What's up, everybody? Hope you guys are having a alright day. There is a lot that we need to talk about, so let's do this, shall we? On August 24th, 2019, at approximately 10:32 p.m., a 23-year-old black man was walking home from the grocery store when he was stopped by three Aurora police officers. Now, according to the department's incident reports, an individual called 911 to say that there was a young man wearing a ski mask who was acting weird and waving his arms around. When the police walked up to the young man, they said that he was acting suspicious and they refused to let him go home. And they believed that he was reaching for an officer's gun, and doing so, they placed him into a chokehold. Now, along with that, they injected ketamine while he was being arrested. After the ketamine injection, which all this lasted for about 15 minutes, after the injection, paramedics arrived and they noticed that the young man was no longer breathing. He was transported to a nearby hospital where he died 3 days later. That young man's name was Elijah McClain. And he wore that ski mask because he was anemic and he would sometimes get cold, as told by his sister. And on August 24th, 2019, while he was walking home from the grocery store, he was listening to music and he was dancing to that music. Now, Elijah was a massage therapist. He was said to have loved animals, and he taught himself to play the guitar and play violin. And that is really amazing to hear. Now, there's a photo of Elijah going on social media of him playing to stray cats because he believed that it soothed them. Now, the Aurora District Attorney, I believe his name is Dave Young, declined to file charges against officers Nathan Woodyard, Jason Rosenblatt, and Randy Rodema, and they were reinstated 3 months after Elijah's death. So they were gone for 3 months and then they got the job back. Pretty fucked up. Just saying. And continuing on with this, 10 months later, here in 2020 of June, the governor of Colorado, Jared Polis, signed an executive order designated Attorney General Phil Weiser to investigate and, if the facts support prosecution, criminally prosecute any individuals whose action caused the death of Elijah McClain. So those three officers and the district attorney Dave Young should be charged with this. Now, I'm just going to say 10 months. It took 10 months from August to June. 10 and a half, give or take. But it took that long for the governor of Colorado to do this. So with everything happening after the death of Ahmaud Arbery, after the death of Breonna Taylor, after the death of George Floyd and many others during these protests and so much more, it took 10 months for the governor to sign an executive order to prosecute those who killed Elijah McClain. Truly sad to hear. And like I was saying, District Attorney Dave Young, he declined this because he believed that forensic evidence and Colorado law did not support charges of homicide against the officers involved. There's a lot going on right there with that. But 10 months, people, just 10 months. That truly is upsetting so much to even hear about this. Now, on June 9th of 2020, the Aurora Police Department banned the use of chokeholds and implemented new use of forces and de-escalated protocols with this whole situation in hand. If I'm not mistaken, something major happened in Aurora, Colorado that was instantly well known. I remember what it was. On July 20th, 2012, Christopher Nolan had his new movie The Dark Knight coming out, and James Holmes came into a midnight screening of that movie and killed 12 people and injured 70 people as well. Now, when all that happened, it was instantly arrest. He had a trial and he had everything else going on a long way. But for Elijah McClain, it took 10 months and everything else on the way. It goes to show you how much government happens for people of many races. And it's just truly upsetting to hear about this. Now, what are your guys' thoughts about this? Because for one, you already know how I feel. I'm furious about this. I'm truly pissed off that it took them 10 months to do this. When for James Holmes, it took less than a few weeks to, deal with this and everything along the way. Those officers, if I'm not mistaken, they're doing like desk jobs or something and everything else on the way in the police department. But yet, it's just a lot. But what are you guys' thoughts about this? Let me know in the comment section below. This next story, it pertains to a lot happening in the U.S. And in the U.S., U.S. District Judge Dolly G ordered U.S. officials on Friday to release immigrant children detained at facilities for families by July 17th. Now, you're probably wondering, is it still happening? Yes, it's still happening. People are still being detained. This comes from a day of independent monitoring tasked with tracking how children in family detention centers are being treated as part of a long-standing court agreement that said that 11 immigrant children held inside of a Carnes City, Texas facility have been tested positive for COVID-19. Yes, people, COVID-19 is still happening, so make sure you're wearing a mask, make sure you're washing your hands, social distance, everything else on the way, and being safe out there, okay? Now, this order applies to children detained by Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE, inside its 3 family detention facilities for more than 20 days. And as of June 8th, there were at least 124 children detained at these facilities. Now, the children, they can be released to a sponsor or with their parents, as the judge said. However, ICE can detain children beyond the 20 days if a suitable sponsor isn't found or a parent declines the minor's rights to be released with at that time or failed to appear at a court hearing. That is really fucked up. I just gotta say, that's really fucked up. But, it's just a lot happening in this world, like I say. Judge G oversees compliance with the 1997 Florida Statement Settlement Agreement that sets national standards for the treatment and release of detained immigrant children. Now, if you don't know what that is, the terms of this agreement does not apply to parents, but it does apply to children who arrive to the U.S. with their parents, guardians, or unoccupied minors. And the Trump administration, but of course, have been trying to terminate the settlement for the last 2 years, but those efforts have been blocked by Judge G and are currently being appalled to the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Ninth Circuit. Now, Amy Maldonado, who is an attorney for, who works with detained families, she said that G clearly recognized that the government is not willing to protect the health and safety of these children, which is their obligation. And she is correct. They have not at all. You can see many pictures. They saying, "Oh, we're taking care of them," but looking at these photos, they really are not. Now, more than 2,500 people in ICE custody have been tested positive for COVID-19, and the agency has said that they have released at least 900 people considered to have heightened medical risk and reduced the popularity at its 3 family detention centers. But in the court filings last month, ICE said that it's considered most of the people in the family detention to have flight risk because they are pending deportation orders or cases under review. First of all, if this is happening, this has just got to stop. Just point blank has got to stop within the fact. And, it feels so wrong for these children to be detained, these families to be detained, everything else on the way. These people are trying to become citizens and everything else, but you know how Trump administration is. They want to just end that. They point blank, they just want to end it. It's just a lot going on with this. And people, like I say, COVID-19 is still happening, but people are like, "Oh no, I don't need to wear a mask." First of all, yes, you do. Okay, and if you think otherwise, you let me know, because you need Jesus. Okay, But again, so much is happening. People, what are your thoughts about this? What if you actually went into this and read all the stories about this? What are your thoughts about this and everything else on the way? Social media. A lot of us use it to promote ourselves. We talk about things going on in the world, like I do with my YouTube channel and other things as well. We, talk about cosplay. We talk about so much more and everything else on the way. I know of a lot of great people that you guys should follow. I have a ton of great friends. I've got my friend Malcolm, or you guys know as I'm Minicon. He is a great guy to follow and everything else on the way. However, there are certain people on social media that you just go, are you serious? You hear about this, you think, okay, you didn't know about this, but then you realize this actually happened. What I'm talking about is basically talking about over the weekend, YouTuber Shane Dawson, he apologized in a video on Friday after facing criticism for his racist antics, including doing blackface and saying the N-word. Now, the 31-year-old, who has at least 23 million subscribers, said that he did blackface a lot, and he said the N-word a lot as well. But he added that he is not a hateful person, but he is just someone who took jokes too far. Now, the reason he did this is because he was inspired by a similar video on YouTube from fellow YouTuber Jenna Marbles, who on Thursday apologized for her racist videos and that she did, and she made an announcement that she was going to quit vlogging for the unseeable future. Now, Dawson has been making YouTube videos for more than 10 years, and he's basically no stranger when it comes to public apologies. And when he did the video and everything in some way, he had to apologize for his videos for featuring characters based on racist stereotypes, as well as his past comments about mental health issues and pedophilia, which he addressed in his latest video. And he said something and just got me thinking about something that he did a while back. But check this out.
I swear on my life, I am not somebody who would ever talk about a child, like in seriousness. I would never talk about a child in any way that was inappropriate. That is disgusting. That is gross. It is not something I would ever do. It is something I did for shock value, or because I thought it was funny, or like, oh my God, my child molester character, or whatever. It's all gross.
Now, when he said that, it got me thinking about something he did a few years ago. Willow Smith, who is Will and Jada Smith's daughter, at 11 years old, she did a song called I Whip My Hair Back and Forth. And there was a video that resurfaced on Saturday showing Shane Dawson doing something inappropriate to a poster of Willow Smith. And a camera catches it and he goes, oh, hi there. But I'm not going to show it and everything, but if you want to find it, you can do so if you want to. But when this video resurfaced and everything along the way, Dawson got a lot of criticism from the Smith family, particularly from Jada and Jaden themselves. And Dawson's apology video was roundly criticized so much on the internet, both in the YouTube comment section and on Twitter as well. But, continuing on, when Dawson, was talking about his whole apology video, he said that he would not quit vlogging, but he did say that he was willing to lose followers and he's willing to lose everything for his actions. Okay, you should probably stop vlogging, to be honest with you. I mean, Jenna Marbles, she apologized and she said she's going to quit vlogging. You should do the same thing. You should follow in those footsteps. If you go out there saying, oh yeah, I can say like the N-word, I can do blackface. No, you cannot, okay? After all that kind of stuff you did, you should stop. Like, point blank. Like I say, social media, a lot of people, promote themselves in so many ways and so much more. Like I say, I promote my YouTube videos, I promote my cosplay, I promote a lot of things as well. I inspire a lot of people as well. But for Shane Dawson to do this, it's just truly like repulsive in a way, and just seeing that video and everything some way, it's just so much to bear with and everything. And I know the Smith family, if they watch this, they will agree with me that just seeing that is very repulsive, and I, for one, would not partake. I just wouldn't love that as well. Seeing more and more videos from this gentleman. But what are you guys' thoughts about this? If you are a follower of Shane Dawson, what do you guys think about this? If you're a follower of like the Smith family, with Jada's Red Table Talk. What do you guys think about this? What about Jenna Marbles and so much more? But again, what are you guys' thoughts about this and everything along with it? Now, I've never been to St. Louis, but I would love to go there one day, whether it be for Mardi Gras or whether it be just in general. I would love to go out there and visit. And on Sunday evening, protesters marched the streets with only posters and chants, all meant to put pressure on Mayor Lyda Krewson to redirect city funds from law enforcement. But as peaceful as the crowd of 500 people walked along a private gated street, a white couple came out, emerged of a marble mansion, and they had something else in mind. Now, around 6 p.m. on Sunday, a barefoot man in a pink collared shirt walked out of his 5-story house carrying a semi-automatic rifle as he appeared to threaten the group. A few feet away from him, a woman pointed out a pistol towards the crowd with her finger directly at the trigger. Now, no one knows who this couple is, but we gonna know eventually. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just saying that. And then Trump retweeted it with no explanation, and the White House declined as to why he did so. Really, you have no idea as to why he tweeted that. Anywho, when all of this happened, neither Krewson or the St. Louis MDP immediately responded to the request for comments about this situation. Now, the reason all this happened is because several protesters personally handed letters to Krewson at a demonstration last week, calling on her to shutter the city's medium security institution, which is a 1,100 bed prison known as a workhouse, and slash city funding for the St. Louis Police Department down to nothing. And during a live stream Q&A session on Facebook, she had a stack of crumpled up letters and began to read them one by one. However, she did something that was really idiotic. She started reading the names and the addresses of the people who sent her these letters, and people in the comment section asked her to stop, and she said, "Oh, I did not mean to do that." Really? Okay, let's go. Okay then. But on Sunday evening, the protesters, they brought the campaign to the mayor's house, painting the word "resign" on the street in front of her house. Like you can actually see the picture of it and everything along the way. But seeing this happen, this couple, they thought, oh hey, let's bring out our guns out there and let's force these people off our street. These people were peaceful. They did nothing out there. They were just walking on the street, and you decide to go out there and scare these people with this semi-automatic you have, and your wife, I'm presuming, or your girlfriend, I don't know who that was, coming out there with a pistol at the crowd. You just think, oh yeah, this is gonna solve everything. No, this is not gonna solve everything. But people, what are your guys' thoughts about this? And everything's its own way. What are you guys' thoughts about certain voice actors stepping down from different race roles and everything? And then also to all my family and friends in Texas, what are your thoughts about Jenkins asking Governor Abbott to reissue another stay-at-home for another 30 days? Because we're gonna need that right now with the way COVID is going on. Also, COVID is still happening, and for people to think, oh, I don't need to wear a mask, you need Jesus, okay? Because wearing a mask can actually help out in so many ways. Washing your hands, social distance, that kind of thing, and everything else on the way. Also, if you live in Aurora and you went to the protest, I saw the video about what, it was all peaceful and everything until the police arrived and everything along the way, and it was just so much going on. What are you guys' thoughts about that? What are you guys' thoughts about the whole Elijah McClain happening? What are you guys' thoughts about me, just in general? What are you guys' thoughts about everything happening in the world? Okay, let me know in the comment section below. You can DM me via Facebook. You can, go on, Instagram, that kind of thing, all right? But like, share, comment, subscribe. Let people know I'm out there for you guys, because I am actually always out there getting the word in so that way you guys know about this. But with that being said, I love all you guys. Make sure you're being safe out there. Wear a freaking mask. Wash your hands. Social distance, okay? I love you guys. Peace out. Black Lives Matter.